Hey everyone, it's Indigo Cirrus here. I had wanted to do a video that talked about what is it like to receive a psychic medium reading from someone, as well as the process that goes into that to help people who are wondering of what it's like or on the fence or kind of maybe might have some myths or judgments in their head about it, to kind of help people put at ease or just to explain stuff for you guys so you better understand. So the process for me, and this is for me personally because there's tons of different readers out there in that, but for me personally, what I do is I do what I call like ground and center, and which is basically a deep meditation where I clear myself of all of my, my ego basically, and I open up myself up into the higher power, the universe, God, whatever label you feel comfortable in putting on that. And so then that way I ensure that the messages that I'm receiving are for the person that I'm reading for their highest good. Sorry, I got an incense going. For their highest good. Okay. So that way there's never anything negative that's going to come through. It's always like love and light and positivity for that individual to hear. Just to let you know too, is that for my readings though, I've been looking into it a little bit more, and I think it's more along the lines of what they might kind of term as like shadow work. And what that means is sometimes in our lives, we avoid certain things or we go about our lives and you're just feeling stuck and you don't know why type of thing. Whenever I do readings, sometimes it will get at that core of it. It'll be like in your face, like, this is what's going on, and you kind of need to face the music of it, and here's what's going to happen if you continue going down this path. It's a possibility, and here's something that you can maybe do to change up that energy, or what you need to do, or what you need to heal in order to have this better outcome. It's your choice. So those are how my readings go, and I'm still getting comfortable in just doing flat out readings without using any sort of tools. That's still kind of nerve-wracking for me, but I am working on that, and I do love doing that as well, especially when I focus more on the mediumship of aspects of things. Just to let you know is that they say that everybody's a little bit psychic, as in regards to using your intuition in that, but not everybody is a medium. And a medium is somebody that can speak with various spirits, whether it be your spirit guides, past loved ones, aliens, even if you believe in that. So I've even had animals come through in a reading before too, which is really cool and interesting. But anyways, what I use for my tools is I have my tarot deck that I have had for probably over 20 years or so. And I'd have to go and see what the name of it is, but I love this deck. This has been easy for me to read. So then a person will come to me and they'll be like, I'd like to have a reading. And I'm like, okay, so is there a certain area or topic that you would like me to focus on? And sometimes they'll be like, I'd like to know about my career or love, or they'll have a specific question. Or what's pretty cool is sometimes they're like, well, I'm just kind of open to whatever messages come up. I'm like, gotcha, I love these ones because this is where we can get at this core stuff, right? So then I'll like shuffle them and I'll be like, okay, I'd like to know about Jane Doe's, what message do you have for Jane Doe right now? What do you want Jane Doe to know about right now? And then I'll shuffle them until I feel like I should stop. I don't know how to explain that, but it's just a knowing of, it's like, and sometimes I hear like a stop, all right? And so then what I'll do is I'll stop and then I'll lay out the cards. And some people read reversals, some people don't. I personally do. I think there's only one deck of mine, an oracle deck, that I don't do reversals in. Otherwise, I do reversals because I think that they have a lot of good information in them. What I love about the cards as well, especially when you use the tarot cards or if you use other oracle cards, here's the other two decks that I use a lot too, is my Energy Oracle and Enchanted Map. This one is more about life purpose, life path. And then this one is more about energies surrounding you and within you and that, and how to work with them or to help clear them in that. And what's really neat is when they have threading, what is certain symbols or certain things. And what I love about doing readings is, I might have, like, let's say this card come up plenty of times, right, for people over the years. And for some reason, that one time with that one person, I might notice these flowers in the corner, and I've never noticed them before, right? And that, oh, thank you. I was wondering or wanted to look for this card, and this one came up. So this one is a card that a lot of people are scared of, okay? You don't need to be, all right? Some people think like, oh no, if it comes up, I'm gonna die, or somebody I love is gonna die. No, it doesn't mean that. To me, this one means it's just an ending of a cycle. Kind of like, I view it more as like the Phoenix card, okay? It's an ending of one cycle to be of the rebirth of a new era. That's all it is. You're not going to die. Nobody else you know is going to die. You're just moving into a new phase of your life, okay? So, I know that's why some people are like, oh, it's of the devil and that. And it's, if I could sit here and tell you all of the stories or various stories of people that I have read over the years and how I have been able to help every single one of them. Well, maybe not every single one of them, but a good majority of them, because they may not have been ready to hear the message. But it's always love and light. It's always for their highest good. The messages that can come through, I've had people literally in tears at my table, or that I'll write out, because I do automatic writing as well. And it'll be a message from a past loved one, and they'll just be crying and thanking me for giving them that message that they needed to hear. So one thing that I've been noticing, that when I give readings to people, especially when they're newer and don't know about it, is feel free, again, maybe this is me personally, but feel free to have a conversation, right? As I'm reading the cards and that, feel free to ask clarifying questions, or say, hey, that sounds more like this, right? Or you're on the spot with this, but it's actually, it's a conversation, right? Because then that way you can get more information and more, what is the word? It'll be more meaningful to you, because the information that you receive will be on a deeper level, because I can get more information. Because when I'm doing a reading, the information just flows, right? And a lot of the times I'll receive a picture or a word or something in my mind, and it's like fragments of it. And it's my job to try to interpret that, okay? So if I see like an image of a rose in my mind and I share, okay, there's this rose, I'm seeing a rose. To me, like a rose might mean about like love, right? But a rose to you might mean like, oh, that relates to my grandma, because my grandma loved roses and she had a rose bush in her backyard. You see that? So I guess my point is that have that conversation, and that, so then that way I can better interpret. So the information that I'm giving has more meaning to you. And maybe we can go down that route, and I can be like, oh, okay, so it's your grandma. So your grandma's trying to come through. I will see, what was her name? Okay, I will try to connect with her more, because maybe she's around you, and see what further messages that she may have for you. Instead of just leaving it at like, oh, it's a rose and about love, let's explore your love life then, right? When really grandma wanted to say something to you. So feel free to have that conversation, that back and forth, ask questions and that. So this video is at about 10 minutes. I didn't want to have this to be too long, but if you have any other questions or ideas for a video, I have tons of knowledge on like various different topics. Or if there's like a topic of, that you'd like me to do some readings on, like a general reading or anything like that, feel free to reach out, comment, let me know. Otherwise, love and light. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Mwah. Love ya.